one day. Thank you so much for joining us on this Saturday. It's June 3rd. I'm Katrina Smith. Meteorologist Eric Gage is over in the Weather Center. Cooler temperatures than we've seen. Like last week was just, blastingly hot.
Yeah, and we had 2 days reaching the 90s, so it was definitely a very warm stretch of weather. And as we head into this weekend, things are trending more cool, and by cool I mean back down to average, with temperatures reaching the low to mid 70s. In fact, this morning it is a somewhat beautiful 68 degrees across the area. Again, a mixture of clouds and sunshine. More sun is expected as we head into this afternoon. And a live look at Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. For some of us, we got some much needed rain yesterday, and for a lot of us, especially west of Utica, Rome, we unfortunately missed out on a lot of those rain showers. So heading into this weekend, we're looking to continue to see dry weather. We're also monitoring wildfire smoke, and get to that in just a minute. And also, this coming week does favor more rain chances. So for those of you that are seeing dry lawns, dry crops, there is a chance for some more widespread rain shower chances this coming work week. I'll explain more coming up. Back over to you, Katrina.
Thank you, Eric. One person.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. The first weekend of June is here, and summer just a few weeks away. And after a very warm stretch of weather the past week, things are trending back down more close to average. And here is a live look across the state from the New York State Mesonet cameras. Now, in the mixture of clouds, you're probably noticing a milky sky, not a completely blue sky for those of you seeing a lack of clouds. That is due to additional wildfire smoke. I'll get into more of that in just a moment. And here's a live look at Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things are quieting down after an active day for those of you in the eastern part of our viewing area. And for the most part this weekend, things are trending quiet, with pop-up showers generally staying south of central New York. Temperatures this morning are still on the mild side, in the mid to upper 50s in the North Country, in the mid to upper 60s in the Mohawk Valley, and then farther south, temperatures still in the low to mid 60s, 65 Cooperstown, 61 in Norwich and Sherburne. And what to expect for today? Well, temperatures, again, back to more average like for this time of year, with highs reaching the low to mid 70s. A bit breezy out there to today as well, with wind speeds upwards of 5 to 10 miles per hour. So not a completely calm day in terms of wind. And our weather grades, still starting out with some lingering clouds this morning, but sunshine will gradually move its way throughout the area, and skies will become more blue as wildfire smoke does continue to decrease. Now, this is all due to wildfire smoke actually just north of us, not the wildfires we are typically seeing that are farther west over towards Canada. Now, what this is basically yesterday we had those lines of storms coming through, and that lightning, due to the dry weather, ignited wildfires north of our area. So things are going to remain still slightly milky for our skies for today. And then more blue skies move in by the afternoon. But we're not done with wildfire smoke just yet, as there still is lingering chances for smoke to enter the skies for Monday and Tuesday of this coming week. Things are cooling down from this cold front that moved through yesterday. And behind that, looking at relatively dry weather for the near term. So, to our skycast, again, lingering clouds coming to an end, making way for sunshine, breezy conditions, and highs reaching the low to mid 70s. Chilly tonight across the area, with lows reaching the mid 30s to upper 30s across some parts of the area. Patchy frost is even possible with areas that are shielded from the winds in higher elevations, but we return to more warm temperatures tomorrow, with highs reaching the upper 60s to low 70s. So for today, high of 74 degrees, decreasing clouds. Tonight, mostly clear, a low of 43 degrees. And our 7-day forecast, breezy for today and tomorrow, looking dry, but weather starts to turn active heading into the work week, especially for Tuesday and Thursday, bringing some much needed rainfall. And our trivia question, what instrument is used to measure wind speed?
I don't know. I know.
Of course you know.
Barometer does, like, pressure. So
yes.
Is that it because pressure is
Well, pressure drives
so
wind.
hard.
Well, you got the pressure and barometer
Okay,
one right,
okay,
so
okay. So
I'll
am I right?
count that. Well, I mean, it's a different one, so.
I'm answering your question with a question. It's one of my favorite things to
Well,
do.
you got one of them right, so you got the pressure one right, so I'll give you that. But yeah, it's
All right.
anemometer that measures wind speed, and those are the little things you see that spin up on the weather station, and they measure the direction in wind.
Is that what the picture is behind you? Or
Yes.
You can't see it. Yeah.
Little-
That's what that is. That's
right
an
there.
anemometer. I like it. An anemometer. Thank you so much, Eric. Happening today, the Oneida County Pride Fest. Welcome back, and thank you for joining us for another half hour of News Channel 2 Weekend Today. I'm Katrina Smith. We want to get you over to the Weather Center. A little change in the weather pattern from what we saw on the weekdays. It was hot, hot, hot. Now we're cooling down, and we have, what is this behind you that we're talking about, Eric?
Yeah, so we're talking about wildfires, and not the typical wildfires we were mentioning that were farther west in Canada. These are ones that actually developed yesterday from those thunderstorms that moved through the area just north of us.
Okay.
So here's a look at the image, and giving you a bit of a cheat sheet right here. The darker white is the wildfires, and these are actually up in Quebec, Canada. The area here too, and you can actually see these are normal clouds, these more white ones here. You notice the border of New York State right here, and of course here is central New York. And because of the storms yesterday, because of the dry weather, they initiated wildfires in Canada. And of course, the wildfire smoke is moving south, which is why skies are looking somewhat milky this morning. But wind direction will shift, and the skies become more blue this afternoon, as well as more sunshine moves in as things are drying out. And today, highs reaching the low to mid 70s with mostly dry weather throughout the entire weekend and chilly overnights. And look at more what to expect for those coming up. Back over to you.
Thank you so much, Eric. Now over.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Things are starting out on the mild side this morning with temperatures in the upper 50s to low 60s, lingering clouds, but sunshine moves in by the afternoon. Here is a live look outside. In fact, first we'll start that. Here's a look at a picture yesterday from Bill Cardis. If you want to get a download of this picture, it's on his Facebook page. This is a picture of the moon behind the clouds and a lightning strike. This is a phenomenal picture. I was surprised when I saw that. And again, just a beautiful shot yesterday. Some of us got some much needed rain, but a lot of us still missed out on that rainfall. And this weekend is still trending dry. We're not looking to see any measurable rainfall for most of the area, at least until the work week this coming week. And things are dry and quiet. On our Nexus camera, again, we're seeing a mixture of blue skies, especially up in this corner right here. But again, lingering clouds are the story for this morning. And again, things are quiet on a Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, dot for the radar. And again, look to remain quiet for most of this weekend with a very low chance of pop-up showers generally staying south of central New York. And again, temperatures still on the mild side this morning in the upper 50s to, in fact, low 60s now in the North Country, reaching the low 70s already in Westmoreland right now. And farther south temperatures in the upper 60s, even to the lower 60s further west in Sherburne and Norwich. And what to expect for today temperature-wise, again, warming up into the low to mid 70s by the afternoon. A decent breeze, especially from the east of 5 to 10 miles per hour, and clouds this morning make way for sunshine by this afternoon and evening. Now, all that hot weather we experienced the past couple of days, that has since moved south as cooler air has moved in behind this trailing cold front. And with that, too, again, looking at mostly dry weather for this weekend. But things start to turn active as we head into the work week. So, Skycast this morning, clouds making way for sunshine this afternoon with highs still lingering in the low to mid 70s. Overnight tonight, chilly down into the upper 30s to low 40s. Patchy frost possible in areas shielded from wind, especially in higher elevations, especially in the southern valleys, mainly towards the Catskills. And farther north in the North Country with 33 degrees possible in inlet. Tomorrow, similar weather with lingering clouds, especially in the afternoon, and temperatures warming up into the upper 60s to low 70s. So for today, high of 74 degrees, decreasing clouds. Tonight, clear skies, a low of 43 degrees. And our 7-day forecast, after quiet weather this weekend, weather turns active for this coming week with some much needed rainfall for a lot of the area. And our trivia question, what is the primary source of energy for the sun?
Oh, I don't know. Geothermal energy.
Geothermal energy? Okay, I'll give you one more shot.
Solar wind. Nuclear fusion.
There you go, nuclear fusion.
Thanks for all the chances.
Yeah. our director in the back was telling us, yeah, he thought it was a geothermal energy. And nuclear fusion is basically when you have, well, it'd be really hard to explain it because it's a, it's rocket science pretty much.
It sounds like it to me.
Yeah. But yeah, it's nuclear fusion. That's what causes the sun to burn. It's all in the core of the sun, and yeah.
I'm going to Google that later.
Yeah, I feel like I'd spend 20 minutes here explaining that too. I was actually, before I was a meteorologist, that was my major, nuclear engineering.
You're spending 20 minutes explaining why you're not going to explain it to us.
Maybe I'll do it after the break.
Thank you so much, Eric. Okay, so on a much more...
Time now for a first look at your forecast tonight at 6 with meteorologist Eric Gage. And Eric, I can tell you, before I moved out here, I was a volunteer firefighter for 5 years. And one of, I know my favorite things to do was to hold the open house every year. And it was a beautiful day for it.
Yeah, it was. It was a little bit cooler compared to yesterday, in fact, the past 2 days. And we're entering a bit of a cool down. But another thing we can be doing, at least for tonight, is viewing the full moon. We have a view of the strawberry moon tonight. And on top of that, on the opposite side of the sky, you could also see Venus very clearly before midnight. And just to the, little bit to the left and to the north, you can faintly see Mars, and that viewing ends at 12:15 a.m. Both these, the planets go below the horizon at that time. And if you're on an early riser, you could also catch Jupiter or Saturn early tomorrow morning. But again, visibility will be somewhat lowered as the sunrise will start to make the planets less visible. Great viewing conditions for all those planets as well. Right now, temperature is 73 degrees, lowered dew points, and a bit breezy across central New York. And things are quiet on a Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. Pop-up showers have generally stayed south of central New York. Our weather headlines continuing to remain dry this weekend. Unsettled weather arrives during the work week. Much needed rainfall, especially for those of you in the western part of our area. And we're also comparing rainfall differences between April and this past May. Now, for tonight, a low of 40 degrees, clear skies, and chilly temperatures. Again, we're explaining the difference in the rainfall we've experienced, at least for the past couple months, plus what to expect for the coming days coming up. Back over to you, Ben.
Thank you very much, Eric. The center, formerly the Mohawk.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good evening. Some of us yesterday were able to get some much needed rain, but for some of us as well, the much needed rainfall is still yet to come. And in fact, here is a look back comparing April to May. Now, April was very rainy, in fact, tied for the 10th wettest on record. And then following that, we had a record-setting May, which had just under an inch of total rainfall, which is tied for the 6th driest on record. So a complete 180 in terms of weather conditions for the past couple of months. And just goes to show you, even with a month without any significant rainfall, even with a very rainy, even record-setting month of rain, things continue to dry very quickly. And here's a live view of downtown Utica from our Nexus camera. Things are pleasant out there with temperatures in the upper 60s to low 70s. And a live look at a Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2. Doppler radar. Things are quiet across the area. Those pop-up showers we were talking about have still remained south of central New York. So beyond that, things are going to remain dry for today as well as tomorrow. But things start to turn unsettled as we enter the work week. Skywatchers checking in tonight 70 degrees in Curtis Corners, 70 degrees in Mohawk, 69 in West Leiden, and 73 degrees in Barneveld. Farther south, temperatures in the 60s, 64 Milford and Westford, 65 Paynes Hollow, 75 degrees in Whitesboro, and 72 degrees in Eaton. And I mentioned before, we are expecting unsettled weather into the work week. So tomorrow, although we haven't really had a need to cut or mow the lawns due to the lack of rain, still, if you have any yard work to do, tomorrow will be your best bet. Rain showers possible right around sunset Monday. You could get it done in the morning and early afternoon, but more scattered showers begin to arrive Tuesday, so I would say no for yard work then. The Mowcast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. Our Skycast shows quiet conditions tonight with clear skies. Great for seeing the full strawberry moon tonight. However, we do cool down into the upper 30s to low 40s. There's a very little to zero chance of frost, especially in the Mohawk Valley. Only outlying areas, especially in the Catskills and North Country, in the higher elevations, could still see lingering frost. Again, the last chance of seeing frost, especially in higher elevations, is beginning of June, typically. Sunday evening, still a mixture of clouds and sunshine. A nice day expected for tomorrow. Another chilly night for tomorrow night, and then rain showers. Not everyone will see these rain showers. Begins to arrive Sunday evening, especially in the North Country, as rain chances decrease the farther south you go. So for tonight, low 40 degrees, mostly clear skies. Tomorrow, nice weather, temperatures in the low 70s, and our 7-day forecast. We're talking about possibly night rain for Monday, scattered showers Tuesday, less of a chance Wednesday. Our next chance of seeing notable rain showers at this point looks to be Thursday night and into Friday.
And now for a first look at your forecast tonight at 11, meteorologist Eric Gage. Hey, I know that picture.
Yeah, it looks like you took it.
I did take it.
Yeah, so we got a really good view tonight of the strawberry moon, a beautiful full moon shot, of course, by Ben right here too. And on top of that, if we turn our attention to the opposite side of the sky, this is only until midnight tonight as both planets start to fall below the horizon. It's hard to see on your screen right here, so I'm going to point it out right here. So this right here is Venus. It's going to be very bright in the western sky, but just to the left and to the north, and just further up in the sky, there is Mars, and it's very faint, but you could still see it if you are away from city lights and light pollution. Right now, temperatures are still in the mid to upper 50s. Cooling down into the 40s tonight and 30s in outlying areas. Quiet conditions on a Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We're tracking a very nice and pleasant day tomorrow, and much needed rainfall arrives during the work week. I'll explain which days are our best chance of seeing rain. As well as that, we're also talking about what to expect for tomorrow. And the good news is lots of nice weather coming up. Back over to you, Ben.
Thank you very much, Eric. The 23rd annual
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Wrapping up a very pleasant Saturday with sunshine moving in the evening, a very nice sunset, and a very beautiful view of the strawberry moon. In fact, here's a live view of the full moon this evening. You still have a chance to go out and see it tonight before you head to bed. Again, this is the strawberry moon as we head into summertime, the strawberry harvest symbolizes. And a live look at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, quiet and dry conditions across central New York. And things are expected to remain dry tonight and into tomorrow and tomorrow night before weather starts to turn active as we head into the work week. So in detail, what can you expect for your Sunday? Well, temperatures starting out in the low to mid 40s, warming up into the upper 60s to low 70s by the afternoon. And still, winds are going to linger on throughout the day as well. Wind speeds of 10 to 15 miles per hour, especially between 3 and 5 p.m. It's definitely going to be on the breezy side, but the morning is going to look less windy. Along with that, too, sunshine to start out, increasing clouds heading into the evening as weather starts to turn unsettled as we head into Monday. And in fact, A quick recap of April versus May. We had our 10th wettest April on record with almost 5.5 inches of rain falling. Then a complete juxtaposition for May, only just under an inch of rain, which is tied for the 6th driest on record. So after a record-setting wet month, followed by a month of dry conditions, we are definitely going to start needing the rain. And in fact, for our near future, no rain is really expected for tomorrow. A low chance, especially in the North Country, being the highest chance of seeing rain showers for Monday. Not everyone will see those rain showers. A higher chance on Tuesday, but again, these are these pop-up thunderstorms where these could pop up and miss your town entirely, but a town next to you could get a heavy downpour. This is our setup, at least between Monday through Wednesday, with the highest chance on Tuesday. More widespread showers are possible Thursday and into Friday. So to our skycast, again, quiet conditions tonight. Temperatures chilly down into the upper 30s to low 40s. Back up into the upper 60s to low 70s by tomorrow afternoon, with lots of sunshine in the morning, increasing clouds throughout the afternoon. And then heading into tomorrow night into early Monday morning, still on the mild side relatively, and then increasing clouds throughout the day, and those pop-up showers possible. And not everyone will see these rain showers, decreasing chances the farther south and west you go. So recap for tonight, low 40 degrees, mostly clear skies. Tomorrow, lots of sunshine with increasing clouds, not decreasing clouds, a high of 72 degrees. And our 7-day forecast, rain showers possible Monday night, scattered showers Tuesday and Wednesday. Our best chance of more widespread, much needed rain showers look to be Thursday and Friday before we dry out on Saturday.